Hi guys and gals, this is Mr. E. Back working on our color wheel project. This is day 4. Yesterday I talked to you guys about creating your practice design, your radial symmetry design of your color wheel that's in the style of the rose window. We did our sketch and we labeled our sketches where all the colors went. I have my complementary color on this outside edge here. You can see that I'm pointing to with my pencil. So red is in this section, but the complementary color for red is right across, which is green. So I have a G there for green. I have a shade of red, which is red with a little white added in this little cutoff triangle section. In this eye section, eyeball section, I have red's tint. Did I say red shade was with a little bit of white added? I am completely wrong. Red shade is with a little bit of black added. Red tint is with a little bit of white added, and that's in this eye section. And then normal red is in this kind of blob that I made to look like paint at the end. That follows that pattern all the way around the circle in each of the sections. So complement, shade, tint, normal color. Normal colors are labeled here, and then I just moved it down to there. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about was creating our large final draft color wheel. Yesterday, creating the design, I kept it pretty simple. Today with the final draft, I've got to create a circle. So to do that, I'm going to create a circle using one of my rulers, some tape, and 2 pencils. So I have my 2 pencils, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my ruler, and to one end of my ruler I'm going to tape one of my pencils. And basically what I'm doing, if you can see it here, is I'm creating a compass. And a compass is a tool that allows you to draw circles. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that one here. Then I measured to the center of this paper and found the center. Now you can measure to the center, or if you don't have an adequate ruler and maybe you're using a stick instead of a ruler to make your compass here, or you could even use another pencil if you have 4 pencils to make a compass. You could fold your paper and evenly fold it, and the center of where the folds intersect, that's going to be the center of your paper. So I measured with a ruler to find my center. You could fold it to find your center. I'm going to take my other pencil and I'm going to put my ruler right here. I'm going to line this up so that it is right centered, just like that. I'm going to tape my pencil, this is tough tape, to the center of my ruler. Actually, it's going to be more centered with that dot on the paper that I made, which is the center of the paper. So it looks just like that, and you can see it lines up with that dot. That's going to allow me to use this to draw a circle on this paper. Cross your fingers. I'm going to start at this edge over here, and I'm going to line this pencil right here, the middle pencil, up with the middle dot I made on the paper, and I'm going to go kind of halfway around. This isn't the best compass in the world, but it works. And I can see it's hard with my little stand here for me to show you guys everything. Drawing a circle here. Keep bumping into the edges of my little stand. Alright. So I've got a lightly drawn circle. It's hard for you guys to see. I'm going to darken it up with a pencil here really quick. Now, In the class, when we draw circles for this color wheel project, I have frisbees that fit on the paper perfectly. If you have a round object and you can trace it, like a plate or a bowl, you can use that to make your circle as well. So you can see my circle is not the best one. My little compass sort of worked, but we're working with what we got. Okay, so I got my circle right there. Next step is to divide it into 4 equal sections. So measuring this, 4 1/4 is half of 8 1/2. So that's good. And I'm going to double check here. Half of 11 is 5 1/2. So we're good on that. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line horizontally across, and I'm going to draw my other line vertically. Then we're going to do the same thing we did with our sketch, which is measure. So I'm going to measure from here to here, that's 6 inches. Dividing 6 into 3 equal sections. If I count by 2s, I can do that, so 2 and 4. And then if I measure from here to here, count 2 and 4. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing we did with our sketch. From the marks I made, I'm going to draw a line straight through the center, just like that. And you can see I'm going all the way across. And I'm going to go ahead and do that again here. And I'm going to go ahead and do that again here. And here as well. So there I've got my circle, my large final draft circle for my large color wheel. My next step is to transfer over the design I created here on this wheel. And as I look at it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. So for this wheel, you're going to want to try and make it a little neater. So some people in class I know have asked me about maybe creating some light circles to kind of use as guides, and you could do that. I have my coffee can here, so I'm going to measure to see if it's equally on each side. So that's 1 1/4. Actually, that's 1 2/16, 1 2/16, 1 1/2. The top is 1 1/4, so I'm going to move it slightly down. Okay. Just a little short of 1 1/2 there. Put it up just a little bit more. I'm about centered there. So I'm going to use this to just as a guide me on where I'm going to do these designs. Trace around there. So that gives me a circle there to help me with a guide. I can see I'm a bit off with my line there for the edge, so I'm going to redraw that later. So I have 4 sections. This just gives me a guide as to where things might go. So I might use this just to help me when I do my first shape, just as to where it's going to stop. Like it's going to stop right there. So I would keep going with that all the way around. It's about all that time I have today to show you this. What you're going to want to do is continue on creating your design in this large circle. This is going to be our final draft. Next time we'll talk about labeling and coloring. Hope you guys are doing well. If you need to talk to me, go ahead and contact me at my email, which is erlenmeyer@lesd.k12.az.us. Keep working hard, guys. We'll talk to you later.